Hello and welcome everybody, J-Man back for another music reaction. It is my Saturday. I hope you're all doing well out there, whatever day of the week it is for you. So we have a Swiss Cheese Points request here by John B62. It is for Crimson Glory Red Sharks. So we've heard Crimson Glory before. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really remember the song or whether I liked it or not. It's been a little while since we've heard them, but we definitely have heard them before. So interested to check them out, see what they got. Let's go ahead and dive on in. Crimson Glory, Red Sharks. Let's get it. That was abrupt. Got a little bit of a Iron Maiden flavor here.
Trapped in the world, no free passage to leave you in some that tyrannical dream. You pray to the gods of your chosen ones, freedom's couch in the jaws of red kings. Give us your freedom, we'll give you hell. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. Give us your freedom, we'll give you hell. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. Glory to red stars.
All right, quick pause. So, just wanted to pause and get some of the thoughts that I'm having out before I forget them. Yeah, musicality wise, it's got a definite sort of Iron Maidenish feel to it or vibe to it. Particularly with the guitars. Vocally, the lead singer reminds me a lot of Rob Halford, from Judas Priest. So yeah, it feels kind of like a mashup. If you mashed up Iron Maiden and Judas Priest, it's got a little bit of that sort of a feel to me. I would say that the couple of the parts of the vocal, the lead singer's vocal there, they're getting into a range that's sorry to say it, but it's almost like chalk fingernails on a chalkboard for me. Full disclosure, I there definitely is some stuff by Judas Priest that I'm a fan of. I was a huge fan of their album. What was it? Electric Eye, I think was the album, or that was one of the songs off it. But I believe it was Electric Eye was the title of the album. Definitely enjoyed that, but there are some um, Judas Priest. There is some Judas Priest stuff that I'm just not a huge fan of because of um, just that sort of that tone that he has in his voice. It gets kind of redundant for me. Um, and I know that that's kind of sacrilege to talk bad about Judas Priest, but just being 100% honest, that's what I do here on this channel. But yeah, there's something in Rob's voice that it could get a bit, screechy for me, and I didn't care for that, and that's kind of what happened at a one particular part in this song. It got very screechy sounding. But yeah, very cool. Obviously, this is an older song. You can tell just by the audio quality and by the composition of it. It sounds very 80s ish in nature. Sure, John can tell us exactly when this came out. But yeah, so like I said, it's got kind of that cool old school vibe to it, kind of a mashup between an Iron Maiden sound and a Judas Priest sound for me, with a couple of vocal things that were a little bit kind of not my favorite, but overall still sounding pretty cool. Like in the drum work is very prominent, and I'm enjoying that. So, anyways, let's back it up, smidge, and keep on going. Disney, those guitars just very Iron Maiden sound.
Holding the power, a hand that grips fate, stripping from you all but fear. Hammering vultures like demons feed on all who bow to their communist scheme. Give us some freedom, we'll give you hell. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. Give us some freedom, we'll give you hell. Hear no freedom, see no freedom, speak no evil. Holy Richard.
Good grief. Foreign and domestic, every threat against freedom and humanity must be destroyed without hesitation. Okay. Yeah, you could definitely his vocals were in a range that were very hard for me to actually pick out the words and understand the story that was being told, but I'm assuming it follows along with the imagery from the video, and obviously this was an anti-Soviet, anti-communist sort of a song, which I'm all about that. Again, I would just say it definitely you can easily place this song in the 80s just by the stylings, the guitar stylings, the just overall the musical stylings and things like that. The vocals are very reminiscent of those mid to late 80s vocalists, a lot of vocalists back then. And like I said, for the most part, about 80% of the time, I could enjoy and appreciate the vocal that was going on. But the other 20%, it was very much kind of a fingernails on the chalkboard sort of a sound that he was producing that just did not sound good to my ear. Um, Definitely kind of a cool song to experience and hear just for sort of going back and checking out some old school stuff. 80s, I mean, geez, that's what, 40 years ago almost. Um, but yeah, it overall wasn't something that really rung my bell or tripped my trigger. Something I would want to throw on a playlist or anything like that. But kind of cool to go back and see these old school songs and things that they were doing back then, stuff that I didn't hear from back then. Even though I was very much into this kind of music, obviously back in that time, exposure to bands from outside the US was very limited. I don't know exactly where these guys are from, but I'm thinking they're not from the US because I didn't hear of them back then. But yeah, anyways, John, I hope you enjoyed the reaction. YouTube, let me know what you thought down in the comments below. That'll be it for music reactions for today. We'll be back tomorrow for a few more. Hope to see you for those. We're going to go do some gaming. If you're into gaming, we're playing through Witcher 3 right now, so come check that out. But till we see you next time, hope you stay safe. Peace.